Hey, squeeze it. It doesn't hurt. No, pinch it together while you're holding the button down. I dare you. No, I knew you wouldn't do it. Other than new fly swatters, we got the Firebird back on. Oh, he finally flexed, guys. He finally did. See, last week you didn't get to see it. This week you do. Listen to this thing. It sounds great. Someone was putting the fuel system in, which wasn't Rick, wasn't Josh. When they put the fuel tank in, they pinched a wire, and one of the fuel lines they used was a hard line, and they didn't use the right clamp or clip or whatever. So it was just losing pressure through there too. So what are you gonna do? Finally, it's good to go. Josh was throwing fuel at it when he was tuning it before, and it was ended up just running pig rich now that we fixed it. Finally gonna be able to see this thing make some power, dude. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Let's go. Finally, Glenn, your car, it made decent power. They 350. I love when problems get solved, dude. We got something pretty cool dropped off today just to go through it. This car was built by a dealer in Kentucky, which is, you're gonna see in a second why that's really strange. It was a GM dealership, and they actually installed a Pro Charger on a Z06, which you just don't necessarily see it too often. I mean, look. The compression on these cars is not ideal for boost, but obviously whoever this guy was said screw it and wanted to do it. The owner is actually a local. Hear the Firebird going in the background. Ready? What a beautiful sound that thing makes. Anyway, he brought it to us because it just doesn't seem to be running right, and I imagine that the tune that's in this thing is gonna be a tune from Pro Charger. And we all know that the Pro Charger tunes are absolute garbage. So Josh is just gonna go through the car, make sure everything's all right, and then over the winter, the customer is gonna be putting a cam in it and doing some PRC head with upgraded valve stems to get rid of the issue that a lot of people have with the hollow stems on these blown to smithereens. It's a super clean car. I love the C6 platform, but kind of biased. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 here right now. Every single one of them has a Pro Charger. I would love to own a C6. I think before coronavirus, when I was actually looking, and I was gonna make the bad decision of not buying a daily driver and buying a Z06, but they're only like 25K, and you know, I was looking at one, and I was scared. I had scared money. I didn't buy it, and I regret it now because now they're 35K minimum. Josh is gonna be going through that thing, making sure it's good to go. Firebird thing just gets after it. John's car is having a little bit of an issue with the bypass valve on the supercharger.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
So we ordered the actuator. We're gonna go ahead, swap that out, put it on the dyno, and make sure that that takes care of the issue. Firehawk right here got new fuel rails I think, fuel pump and some fuel lines and injectors actually, and we're just going to be getting it tuned up. So should be interesting to see what that does for power. I don't know which one of these is going to be first right now, but after the Firebird is done, one of those three is next. Unfortunately, this black car is still sitting idle. We're still waiting on the pickup tube. We got the relocation bracket for the oil pan, so hopefully next week that will be getting in the mail and we'll get it done. He's so happy that it finally works. Dude, it finally works. It finally works. Let's go. Glenn, if you're watching these videos, blame him. It's your tires. Sit. Oh, I know it's tough to sit sometimes, so okay, let's go for a walk. Getting a dog made me realize for sure that I'm never having kids. It's a lot of work. We're a little over a month in and she's getting good, but all right, let's do a little RX-8 drift car update. Got the junkyard motor kind of going together nicely here. What have we done so far to this turd?
We've put a lot of parts we had laying around on it.
Yeah, this thing's pretty much just been pieced together with...
If you look right here, the manifolds that we had out in our junk pile, we thought we grabbed sides for both sides of the motor, or the correct sides or whatever, and we grabbed both the same side, so
we got two lefts.
I put it on there just for looks for right now, but we are gonna swap that out. It's out of like a van. It was really rusty and crappy. It's a 6.0. We basically just kind of like got all the broken exhaust studs out of it, threw some spark plugs in it, some old spark plug wires that came off of other cars. Like I said, a bunch of parts laying around. It's got some crazy crank pulley that's got a trigger wheel on it so that it works. If you go around back here, you'll see there's a tone ring on it. So it can work with the RX-8 tachometer. So it's still, so like the RX-8 actually is going to be like all RX-8 on the interior. We'll put racing seats in a roll bar, but like the gauges and everything like that, like all that stuff's going to work. So interior wise, back seat, rug, dash, all that stuff is going to be like stock. So it's actually going to be pretty nice. It's actually going to be pretty nice on the inside. And if we don't do a bad job with this, then it shouldn't be too bad on the outside either.
Yeah.
I want to spray paint the car like tan or something like that.
Something cool.
And I want it to be low and
something to match the GT500, like you're saying, like some sort of maybe some olive drab or something. It's going to be spray paint or plastic
military-ish style kind of deal, you know, to go along with the GT500 and just Larkin in general.
Yo. Okay, I'll come get you. You want me to bring Rick?
What happened?
That Z06 with the Pro Charger just freaking ate a belt, so I'm gonna go pick Josh up because we need our boy. I'll be back. All right, we're taking the Firebird. Thanks for the loaner, Glenn. We got the sheriff up there. Speedo either. Got the feds in front of me. Officer, if you're watching these videos, I'm a good guy. Just no speedometer. What, it fit the supercharger belt?
There's only one.
Yeah.
Put it into the hood.
That sucks. Yeah. Well, he was right. He had a ticking time bomb on his hand. How did the tune look? Not good?
I didn't really lay into it either.
Well, yeah, because the tune was off. That sucks.
I lost the belt. I was driving out 44 and I heard something clicking. I came to there, I lost power steering, and I coasted into here.
Sucks. I mean, it's minor, but
Gonna find the right belt.
hopefully the part number is still visible. No?
Spaghetti.
Holy. Alright,
And it's all wrapped up around the Pro Charger, like, it's a mess.
not good. Shredded a belt. Josh was literally, because it was running so lean at idle, he was just kind of cruising, monitoring the tune. Of course, dude, it eats a belt and ruins the friggin' carpet under the hood. Another day at the lovely Larkin Motors. But it is what it is. These things you can't control. But we'll get her back to the shop, get it sorted out. Shout out to the shop that originally built this car though. We really appreciate you guys making sure everything's good to go. It didn't screw us over or anything. Here. Spank me with it if you really want to. No. At least Glenn's car works. Z06 is coming back, but to find out what is wrong with that car, you're gonna have to go ahead, like the video, subscribe, stay tuned for next week's video where we find out why the hell Josh is lucky enough to just break everything he touches.